Hi dear students, we have started reading the chapter number 7 of class 6th on page number 44. This is a story, Dr. Dolittle's Money Troubles, written by Hugh Lofting. Students, we were reading this story and in this chapter, one doctor, Dr. John Little, who is very kind, gentle and brilliant veterinarian, he loved animals and he allowed all the animals to live his home. And he is very passionate animal lover. He will do anything to protect them in this story. So reading from the page number 46, another time when the circus came to Puddleby, the crocodile had a bad toothache, escaped at night and came into doctor's garden. After the doctor treated him, the crocodile requested the doctor to let him stay in the nice house. He asked if he could sleep in the fish pond at the bottom of the garden and promised not to eat the fish. When the circus men came to take him back, he got so wild and savage that he frightened them away. But to everyone in the house, he was always as gentle as a kitten. स्टूडेंट्स, हमने पढ़ा था कि ऐसे ही उसके पास जो एनिमल्स थे वो आते रहते थे. जैसे पहले उसके पास एक ऑर्गन ग्राइंडर आया था जिससे उसने मंकी खरीद लिया था, ठीक है. तो दिस टाइम वंस अगेन व्हेन अ सर्कस केम टू दैट सिटी Puddleby, one crocodile who had a bad toothache escaped from that circus at night and came into doctor's garden. After having treatment, the crocodile wept and begged to be allowed to stay and promised the doctor not to eat fish in the pond or anyone else. When his owner, who were the circus men, came to take him back, he got angry and wild. He frightened them away, but he was living with love and kindness with everyone in the garden. On the next paragraph, but not everyone trusted the crocodile. The old ladies grew afraid to send their lapdogs to Dr. Dolittle, and the farmers said that the crocodile might eat up the lambs and sick calves that they sent to be cured. So the doctor asked the crocodile to go back to his circus, but he wept such big crocodile tears and begged so hard to be allowed to stay that the doctor hadn't the heart to turn him out. Students, we know very well that crocodiles are dangerous not only for the water species but also for the humans. They easily attack on humans when they are being disturbed by anyone. Due to that reason, not everyone trusted the crocodile. However, the presence of crocodiles scared the other people, and soon the local people stopped bringing their animals to the doctor. After seeing this, Dr. Dolittle asked the crocodile to go back, but crocodile wept and begged to live there. As per doctor's concern for the animals, he did not deny him to live there. Then the doctor's sister came to him and said, "John, you must send that creature away. The farmers and the old ladies are afraid to send their animals to you. Just as we were beginning to be well off again, now we shall be ruined entirely. This is the last straw. I'll no longer stay here if you do not send away that alligator." Then doctor's Sister Sarah came to him and told him to send back that crocodile because all the farmers and the old ladies were afraid to send their animals to the doctor. She threatened the doctor if he does not send the creature away, she will leave his house. Because Sarah knew that doctor is not earning anything now and there was hardly any money coming to survive. Here she called the crocodile an alligator, which means a large reptile with long tail and a big mouth with sharp teeth. They live in the lakes of America and China. Moving on next, it is not an alligator, said the doctor, it is a crocodile. I don't care what you call it, said his sister. It is a nasty thing to find under the bed. But he has promised me, the doctor answered, that he will not bite anyone. He does not like the circus, and I do not have the money to send him back to Africa, where he comes from. He minds his own business and on the whole is very well behaved. I tell you, I'll not have him around, said Sarah. If you do not send him away, I'll leave this minute. Students, but Sarah was angry and she did not want to listen anything from his brother because for her crocodile was very bad and unpleasant thing. But doctor tried to convince her by saying that he would not harm anyone. He told Sarah that crocodile don't like circus and the circus man brought him from Africa, so he can't send him back to his house because he doesn't have money to do so. But Sarah finally said that she will leave just now. Moving on the next page. All right, said the doctor, go, it cannot be helped. And he went out into the garden. So Sarah Dolittle packed up her things and went off, and the doctor was left all alone with his animal family. Students, Sarah finally said that she will leave just now. So doctor told him to go and leave because he could not do anything then. Then Sarah packed his things and left him alone with his animal family. However, very soon the doctor was poorer than he had ever been before. With all these mouths to fill and the house to look after and no money coming in to pay the bills, things began to look very difficult, but the doctor did not worry at all. Money is nuisance, he used to say. We would all be better off if it had never been invented. What does money matter as long as we are happy? Students, very soon doctor became very poor and he had not enough money to feed all the animals and pay the bills. But the doctor did not worry about all that because he used to say that one can live without money too, because when the money was not invented, even then there were people surviving without money. So he was happy with whatever he had and would manage without money. But soon the animals began to get worried, and the owl Tutu figured out that there was only money enough left to last another week if they each had one meal a day and no more. Then the parrot said, I think we ought to do the housework ourselves, at least we can do that much. After all, it is for our sakes that old man finds himself so poor. Students, when the animals noticed that there was not enough resources to live, little money for the another week was left only if they take one meal a day. Then parrot said to the another animals that they should start doing housework. The parrot was very old, so he found himself so poor. So it was agreed that the monkey Chichi was to do the cooking and mending, the dog was to sweep the floors, and the duck was to dust and make the beds. The owl Tutu was to keep the accounts, and Polynesia the parrot was to be housekeeper and laundress because she was the oldest. So they assigned some duties to each other. Monkey, whose name was Chichi, was to do cooking and mending, the dog has to sweep the floors, and the duck was to dust and make the beds. The owl, whose name was Tutu, was to keep accounts, and the parrot, whose name was Polynesia, was oldest and was to be housekeeper and laundress. Of course, at first they all found their new jobs very hard to do, but they soon got used to it. After a few days, they did the work so well that the doctor said his house had never been so tidy and clean before. Then the animals made a vegetable and flower stall outside the garden gate and sold radishes and roses to the people that passed by along the road. but still they did not seem to make enough money to pay all the bills. Even when the parrot came to him and told him that the fishmonger would not give them any more fish, the doctor did not worry. He said, "Never mind, so long as the hens lay eggs and the cow gives milk, we will not starve. There are plenty of vegetables left in the garden. Winter is still a long way off. Do not fuss." At the beginning, they all found their jobs very hard, but then they got used to it. Then they started doing all the works, like they started selling vegetables, flowers, but still did not earn enough money to pay all the bills. Even the fisherman stopped giving fishes to them because they did not have money to clear his bills. But the doctor was not worried. He said that they would manage with the eggs of hens and the cow's milk. He said that he had number of vegetables left in the garden and said that winter is not so close, so they will not starve. Moving on the last paragraph of this chapter. But the snow came earlier than usual that year, and although the old horse hauled in plenty of wood from the forest outside the town so they could have a big fire in the kitchen, most of the vegetables in the garden were gone and the rest were covered with snow, and many of the animals were really hungry. Students, क्या हुआ था कि लास्ट में जो डॉक्टर डूलिटिल है उसने बोला था कि अभी विंटर नहीं आई है, तो वो मतलब अभी सरवाइव कर सकते हैं, वो भूखे नहीं मरेंगे क्योंकि उनके पास बहुत ज़्यादा स्टॉक है। उनके पास काउस हैं जो मिल्क देती हैं, तो वो मिल्क पी सकते हैं, और हैंस हैं जो एग्स देते हैं। तो उसने ऐसे करके कहा कि अभी सर्दियाँ काफ़ी ज़्यादा दूर है, क्योंकि विंटर में जो फील्ड्स हैं, जो वेजिटेबल्स हैं, वो स्नो से ख़राब हो जाती हैं। अनफॉर्चुनेटली स्नो केम अर्लियर दैन यूजुअल दैट ईयर्स। उस ईयर क्या हुआ कि जो स्नो है वो बहुत जल्दी पड़नी स्टार्ट हो गई थी। तो उन्होंने मतलब कैसे मैनेज किया, जो उनका पुराना हॉर्स है वो एक फॉरेस्ट में से आया था, तो उसको उस फॉरेस्ट के बारे में पता था। वो फॉरेस्ट से वुड्स लेके आया ताकि वो फायर चला सके, आग चला सके, क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा ठंड हो गई थी। सो दे कुड have big fire in the kitchen. Most of the vegetables in the garden were gone. तो बहुत सारी जो सब्जियां हैं वो स्नो की वजह से, सर्दियों की वजह से चली गई थी। एंड रेस्ट वर कवर्ड विद द स्नो, और कुछ वेजिटेबल्स को स्नो ने कवर कर लिया था। एंड मैनी ऑफ द एनिमल्स वर रियली हंग्री, और बहुत सारे जो एनिमल्स हैं वो भूखे थे। दैट मीन्स एट द एंड जो उनका प्लान है वो सक्सेसफुल नहीं रहा, क्योंकि मनी के बिना वो मैनेज नहीं कर पाए। Thank you. Have a wonderful day.